Is the end of our democracy in sight?
And I believe that the election of Joe Biden essentially paused our descent into just the complete upending of our democracy, but we are not out of it.
Some Donald Trump's comeback, it's the end of our democracy.
We might see the end of democracy in the coming years.
So you're saying it's still possible we could lose our democracy here in the United States?
Without a doubt. If Americans lose faith in the veracity and honor of our elections, it's the beginning of end of our democracy.
I think that could be the end of our democracy. Not to be too, pointed about it, but I want people to understand.
Hillary Clinton said a couple of weeks ago that if he runs and wins, that could be the end of our democracy. Do you share that fear?
I do.
Well, I don't want to be overly alarmist, but I think we should be alarmed because potentially this could be the end of American democracy. I never thought I'd be saying something like that.
Tonight's lead, Jim Crow 2.0.
It is the most pernicious thing. This makes Jim Crow look like Jim Eagle.
Are remnants of Jim Crow, I shouldn't even say remnants, revivals, an attempted revival at Jim Crow?
A Jim Crow KKK-like caucus.
Their strategy right now is to pass a bunch of racist voting laws, effectively a new Jim Crow in the South,
and allow Republicans all across the country to implement Jim Crow 2.0.
Jim Crow 2.0, this is Jim, Jane Crow, this is Sally, and every other Crow that we can imagine.
It's voter suppression. It's the new Jim Crow.
This has happened to me where you get on an elevator and people refuse to wear a mask. And your choices are to either get off the elevator or to get on the elevator and to tell them to wear a mask. Yeah. That should not be a problem in the United States Congress. And I really believe that our colleagues who refuse to even adhere to the basic norms of civility are undermining our democracy. And of course, we're seeing it in all kinds of even more serious ways, like the January 6th insurrection.
I never expected the day to be quite as emotional for me as it has been. You talk about the impact of that day. But you guys won. You guys held. Democracies are not defined by our bad days. We're defined by how we come back from bad days.
Conservative Party members can stand with people who wave swastikas. They can stand with people who wave the Confederate flag. Choose to stand with Canadians.